Good Minutes with the Watch Brothers. Coming up on the show, is instant replay healthy? Is instant replay healthy? Of course, NFL and NBA made their changes to the instant replay to help enhance the game itself. Is it healthy? We'll find out next. Alright, this is it. This is it. 5 good minutes with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in to the show. Of course, I'm Daryl. Other side of me, my main man, Darren Watts.
That's right, we got him.
Alright, man.
We found him wandering around somewhere he has no business being there. Where we're at, I don't know.
Oh, God, no, right?
Yeah.
You good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, man. You ready to get instant replay started?
Oh, yeah, we're ready. All
Instant
right.
replay.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 5 minutes starts now.
All right. Of course, as I said in the introduction, the NBA, and mainly, if anything, has upgraded their replay system to where that they could be able to view instant replay, similar to what the NFL does. And it kind of really improved the game in my personal opinion. But from you, dear, do you think that instant replay has been helpful, especially with the upgrades and the changes that they have made?
Technology, yes, but as for the refs, no.
I agree.
It stinks because the refs still gonna try to have their way with it. They're still gonna have their way for it, and they only do certain amount in a game, and it don't help the fact that if a ref is involved in a gambling situation like Steve Jobby and all of them as referees, a rule could still overrule that.
Absolutely.
Them being the refs, they have full control. They don't get punished as much.
No,
so no, it don't help.
And I'm
To
gonna
me,
tell
it
you,
don't help.
and I'm gonna tell you how, to me personally, that it doesn't help. Well, in a way it does, but at the same time it don't. It helps if it don't affect them, but it will help them if it does take a toll and a control over them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I happen to look, of course, on the PlayStation 4. I got old NBA games. Not old NBA games. The oldest that I've gotten was 2000 NBA Finals with the Lakers and the Pacers. But
That's the oldest you got?
Yes.
Oh, shoot.
On iTunes, I got the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I got the
But
80s on PlayStation
since I haven't
4.
been on iTunes, I don't know where they're at. But I'm talking about 2013 with the Pacers and the Heat when LeBron James was playing for the Heat. And I looked at two games. I looked at games 2 and I looked at game 4.
Doing both of the games that the Pacers had at home?
No, that's the 2 games the Pacers won. Pacers had won game 2 on the road, and Pacers had won game 4 at home.
Oh, that was the game 1 where LeBron hit that game winning layup?
Game 1, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I happened to watch that, and at the end of the game, the Pacers was up by 4, so it was about to close the seconds left of the game. And they was battling for a rebound. I think it was between David West and Dwayne Wade. They had initially said that David West had touched it last.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, they touched it. That David West touched it last. Now, that could have been the big turning point of the game because, coming to find out, when they reviewed it, if they had not put that in there, Dwayne Wade touched it last. Fell off his fingertips. Straight off his fingertips. And, of course, they had to reward the Pacers the ball, and the game was over.
And that right there, I mean, even if back in the 80s when they didn't have the instant replay, in the 90s when they didn't have the replays, that cost a lot of games for a lot of people that had those type of controversial calls.
Mm-hmm.
And even with this instant replay system, they still have controversial issues.
Yeah. And it's still going to be a controversial issue, but it has helped for them, like I said, in a non-controllable way. That's not going to affect them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's not going to affect them. So if it's not going to affect them, it's not going to too much matter. But the instant replay, like for important stuff, like when I was watching, I think it was either Games 1 or Game 5 of the 2014 Eastern Conference Finals.
Mm-hmm.
between the Heat and the Pacers. I was looking at that and happened to see that when the shot clock was going down, the Pacers had possession, and George Hill threw up a bomber. It wasn't a three-pointer, but he just threw up a floater, and it was a bomber.
Mm-hmm.
And he happened to go in, but they reviewed it, and it didn't count. They took the points away.
Meaning that the
shot clock buzzer went off, and his hand was still on the ball, and they took the points away.
Wow. See, I do not relive those types of...
Well, I do that because I'm bored. I need something to watch when I'm doing homework.
Why don't you watch your idol, Magic Johnson or something like that?
Because I don't have them on my freaking PS4.
You can't get them?
No, because they're not on there. They're on iTunes, but they're not on my...
I had them on the PlayStation 3.
I gotta look for it. Plus, I don't... France has been using the 3 to play games lately.
That's right.
Yeah. So I can't do it like I want to.
You can. You might just have to get DVDs. Shame on you.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm gonna look for it though. No doubt about it. Don't get that twisted. I'm look for it. But yeah, it could be helpful. It is helpful in some ways, but you know how it is.
Mm-hmm. That's our 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a wrap. All right. Thank you for tuning in. You can check us out on the social media side and listen to more of our podcasts. You can follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talk page at The Watch Brothers. Subscribe on YouTube. And also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. Of course, we just started a new blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com. That is our show. Thank you for, of course, tuning in once again. I'm Daryl. On the other side is Darren.
Yep.
Catch up with us on another one. In the meantime,
ciao.